call that sampling? What?
Sampling.
Sampling. Okay, done. That's exciting.
She'll teach us the breathing.
So what are we going to talk about in this little video?
Oh, you being free. Remember who's watching?
Apart from that.
Oh. Okay.
What are you talking about? You wanted to...
K.C. Griffith. You've got to watch...
I put a note up on there, on the side already telling
say
A.C. Griffith. I did that.
A.C. Griffith?
No, what we're going to do... No, what I wanted to do is I wanted to go into the website
A.C. Griffith.
and...
Yeah, A.C. Griffith, BP oil spill... Chemtrail...
And that's...
Scalar weapons.
Yeah.
Probably one of the smartest men you're going to listen to, and he is, what, a scientist that was in the know?
Yeah.
That's sort of coming
Absolutely, yeah. He's a...
And
whistleblower.
Whistleblower,
Yeah.
now, we're also talking about the 12, we're going to talk about the 12 nations of
Take
Europe.
some notes here. Hang on, we need a piece of paper.
Hold on, let's just, no, you can. 12 nations of Europe that are going to hate the whore. Now, why are they going to hate the whore?
10.
Well,
It's the 10 that hate the whore.
didn't I say 10?
No, you said 12.
Oh, 10. All right. This is basically the 10 tribes of Europe. Now, they're going to hate the whore because the oil slick is purposefully done. It's done by the Queen. All right? That's what it boils down to. It's the bloody Queen. Right? She's Satanist. So, the bubble that's coming up for the gases now, which I was talking about some weeks ago, is now 20 miles across and 30, 40, 50 feet high off the bottom of the ocean. With scalar technology,
they could burst
that bubble like you burst a pin with a needle from anywhere in the world.
Like burst a pimple with a pin. Everybody knows that. A zit. Like burst a zit with a pin. Everybody knows that.
But it's very, very serious. And that will set off an explosion of gases.
Are we recording?
No.
We are too. It's on. You tricked me. Again.
Well, my hair was looking so good for the first time in years.
And it's the first time you've got close enough to the camera in days, because I'm not sitting sweaty in front of it. That's why you wanted to do it out here, wasn't it? So you could get close to the camera.
Is it?
Yeah, we'll see. All right, keep talking.
I forgot what I was saying now.
Well, the Queen owns BP.
Okay, Queen, BP, List for Colts. These light lunatics have taken over the world. They've been there for years. It's all Khazar Jews, Satanism. Queen's the head of it. She hasn't said a word. And in fact, she's going to Toronto to be with the G7 or the G8.
G8.
And Toronto is going to be rioting over that, so we're going to watch for that. They're talking about nuclear weapons again.
They're already
on the 4th of July. Now, the 4th of July is actually in a star configuration, is a good time.
Okay.
Right? So it doesn't mean it's going to solve the problem, but it does mean that it's not going to be a day of disaster, unless the gas escapes and everyone starts launching their fireworks as they do in America.
Yes.
Their fireworks crazy.
I hope everybody's taken note of the warning
So
on the previous vid.
do not light fireworks, because when I was in Pensacola, Florida, the gases would go through rivers that you can't see until they ignite, and then in Shoreline Park, Pensacola, those of you who have been there will know it, you can quite often see swamp gas burn, and it'll run across the park 10, 15 feet in the air, run maybe 50 feet, about as big as a golf ball, glowing bright white like a flash bulb, and then peter out, and that's it. You can look up in the sky and you can see something like 8 or 9 flames, blue flames, could be a couple of 100 feet across, and it'll run across the sky for maybe half a mile, and then it'll go pop, and a white thing will fall out of it, and it looks like some sort of residue falling down to the ground, or falling towards the ground I should say, from several hundred feet up, and it would appear to be the same swamp gas effect. So this is a natural phenomenon in the Gulf region area. So the point being is that if you allow people to start letting off fireworks, you send a rocket up, for example, it just might hit one of these rivers of gas, and then it could run for 100 miles. Who knows how big it is? And then ignite a big boom. And we don't want that to happen. Now, on top of that, we've got people coming from all over the world to be with us in Harcourt because, as you know, I've declared the area of Victoria, the state of Australia, as being the New Jerusalem, Harcourt. And we're inviting people to come join us, and we'll set up a community here because this will be the area of the world that won't be affected by the problems in America, and America will basically be destroyed. So it's very, very serious. So you've got to get out. All you Americans, get out, start going northwards, form communities. Sooner or later you're going to run into some guy who's a billionaire who's also packing the shits, and you're going to pay for everyone to get out of here. That's how it's going to work. So don't worry about it if you're broke. Just start moving northward, talk to people on the way, on the buses, hitchhiking, whatever, and pretty soon you'll have a community of people, and this will be buzzing all over the country, and every time you pull up, get on the bloody internet and tell us your progress, and we'll see if we can get people to communicate with you on the road. And
yes, use the site as you have been doing to let us know your and they've already been doing this, which is great. We spoke with Marta earlier, or rather Brian did, when we picked up the message from Marta that he's in Wisconsin. And Kelly, honey, where are you, hon? I haven't seen any comments from you for a bit, and you had offered a place for people up there where you are in Nebraska. Just wondering if you're okay. I haven't seen any comments from you for a while.